Hi, hello everybody. Welcome back to our channel and learning one question incrementally. And today we are going to discuss one important aspect of academic curriculum, and that is exam preparation. So, what is focused exam preparation is all about? It is all about your preparation for your exams right from day one. So, it is studying till writing exams, not in this way as the candidate is right, but like the candidate in the left part. So the exam preparation starting with understanding the exam, what to do, I need to know to do well. So understanding the exam is an important part of your exam preparations. You can see my videos that will be coming in the subsequent weeks on how to attempt your exams, understanding the importance of handwriting, importance of presentations, which you have been taught or brief. So it begins, exam preparations begins from the day one you join the course. You have to plan your studies as well as plan your revisions. What questions am I going to answer? Make notes with this exam focus in mind so that they will serve as your revision aids. You can check on the video on notes making that will come in the subsequent weeks. And you have to have these revision aids as your practice recalls. Check what you know and practice the questions. That is what we call it as exam simulation. And you have to have an exam planning, deciding what to study every day till exams, preferably on a weekly basis is the best, because you cannot plan on day-to-day basis. That will help to reduce the stress. Make your plan a doable and one that is under control. Plan it in such a way that you have adequate time to pursue your hobbies and for your personal me time. Chalk out a personalized timetable. Don't borrow a timetable from others, because one size fit for all approach is not preferred for this timetable. Make a timetable in written, not in your mind, and decide what topics and subtopics to study at what time, because that helps to make you better. Be reasonable and flexible. Have space, time space for contingencies. Planning and revision. Link topics that are critical, that need critical thinking and novel ideas. Make sure that the timetable motivates you, provides clarity, and has sufficient time budgeting principles for revision. Ineffective revision includes highlighting. Highlighting is in the books by means of pen or high markers or sketches is an ineffective way of revision, because too much of it, the purpose is not served and it is passive. Whenever you reread the part again, your eyes are naturally drawn to the highlighted area and you do not process. You become a passive learner, not an active learner, and it is a form of procrastination, meaning postponing things to learn later. So the important point is to highlight only the keywords that are essential from exam reproduction point of view, not underline everything. And reading greater than 3 times the same subject, purpose is not served. Instead, you can invest that time on practice test or writing part beneficials. And the more you read, you get a pseudo effect, what I call it as the Dunning-Kruger effect. It gives you a pseudo comfort that you know the subject well. Rather, instead of reading or revising more than 3 times in a short span of time, I would say practice writing. Actively use working and engaging with the textbook or your revision aids. You extend your knowledge from surface to deeper level and evoke higher order thinking skills. The technique is ask yourself, interrogate yourself, practice drawing. That makes an effective revision. So interrogate yourselves. How I am going to answer these questions, how far it will be different from others, how similar it will be to others, my peers, and how am I going to explain the answer. Make the answer model in yourself. Why I am doing this? Link this with the known textbooks or notes already known. So how are you going to do this? Practice. Practice past papers. Don't look into guides. Develop your own flashcards. Preferably look into online tests that are available. Any form of testing, quizzes, MCQ books, anything will work it out because it helps to revive your memory. Any form of testing will improve your learning, searches your memory, retrieve the information and contextual cueing that is related with it. Frame the time management. Exam, right? Essay 22 or 25 minutes, short notes 10 minutes or 12 minutes. Plan it and execute it. Planning is important. Don't plan the essay or short notes inside the exam, or rather do it much ahead. It makes the thing easier. Familiarity. You will not feel the question to be new, and the thinking process is already done before exam. You go into the exam hall. So practice, practice, practice. The more you sweat in practice, the less you will worry in your exam. Overestimation during practice. With subsequent revisions more than 3 or 4 times, you will have an overestimation of your skill and your confidence try to shoot up. But your experience with practice will reveal that you are not up to the mark. Once you do it more than a couple of times, you write and see, you try to become more expert. You gain expertise, and that is the true nature. While the overconfidence and less experience will suffer from what we call it as the Dunning-Kruger effect, or the pseudo confidence, which you should not fall a prey to. So more than 3 or 4 times, once you have read the concept, go back to writing the answers. That will say what kind of experience you have to answer your exam questions. Visualize your answer as a paper. Make an image, write in paper, and have a mind map of your answer when the question is put up. You need not reread, think about it. Visual memory is all more powerful and you can recollect it faster. What I call it as the drawing effect. And the HOTS are higher order thinking skills or the low order thinking skills. The low order correct thinking skills such as remembering, understanding and applying will help you to answer the correct answer. Whereas analyzing the answer, evaluating, creating new way to answer will give you the best answer. The HOTS will fetch you more marks, whereas the LOTS will get you less mark. So use right best answer, not correct answer. Right? Correct answer is sufficient to get or pass through the exam. To get more marks, you need to write best answers. Now you need to, as revision progresses more than twice or thrice, at surface level or passive revision, you will be able to define, label, remember, give example, apply rule, provide summaries. But when you do more, think and write more, you go into a part called as active revision, where you will find or provide evidence, analyze, explain connection or synthesize, like writing clinical correlation, compare and contrast, demonstrate the cause and effect, critique the knowledge and evaluate. And these form the higher order thinking skills, which is more beneficial, gives you more confidence to face the exams. Doing well in exams, aim to highest possible grades or marks. Understand the reasons for losing marks by studying your unit test papers. Practice makes a difference, as I said numerous times. Reading or revising more than 2 or 3 times does not provide benefit, but practicing makes a difference. Then how to do well on the exam day. So doing well in the exam is maximum gains for time or in the early stage of answer. Plan your timing or time budgeting in advance. The best scorers always get the answers from the early couple of minutes. First 1 hour, the time where you brim with confidence, where you are happy about the question paper, is the most important part of your answer. So plan your timing in advance. Rehearse producing quality work in available time. That is time budgeting. Remember, equal time for equal marks. No question is lesser or no question is superior. Answer or short notes, whatever. Equal time for equal marks. So it is 1 mark that counts. All questions carries equal importance, and that is what I call by time budgeting. Look for my video on time budgeting during exams. Unbalanced answers will negate your performance. How to balance your answers? So unacceptable practices is overcomplicating the answers, providing answers what has not been asked for. Understand the questions. Your university and curriculum will provide you time to read the question, grasp it. And that is where mindfulness practices comes in. Understand what is being asked and write only what is being asked, not overdo it. Padding. If you don't know the answer, don't go around about the answers. Think about what, why, when, where, who, how much. These 5 W's and 2 H will fetch you more marks than padding it around. Don't add unnecessary content, especially if you are not sure about it. Unnecessary content will demolish the mark that you can get. And unacceptable practices, don't taking a long time to get to the point, and irrelevant answers, repetition of the same point. Instead, present what you know, crisp, add value to the answer by diagrams or charts or infographics. Get to the point, point blank. Develop your own technique. Deconstruct the question. Find the keywords. Always the question paper, the question will give you some clues so that you know what the point of the question is by defining the keywords, concepts, theories, etc. Say how are you going to answer the question by using index or table of contents. So develop your own technique to impress the examiners. You have to demonstrate to the evaluator that you have understood the question. Is the first single most step in impressing him. The contents or table of contents or the index or for essay question will help to reflect this. Build an universally acceptable structure for an answer, not your own version. It is important as what you know. More is not necessarily better. You write 5 pages, score 90% is much better than writing 100 pages to score 95. So more is not necessarily better, but what is that constitutes your paper is much more important than the quality. The quality is important than the quantity. So the traditional recommendations you will phrase in your class or you would have received in the classes: adequate preparation, organizing yourself, approach your preparation strategically, active revision, staying focused throughout your exam period, developing structure and content or your answer, control, manage your emotional and physical responses, particularly during your exams, and always having a positive attitude. Remember, you have already got this in your 12 years of education. Try a power pose, create a playlist to psych you up, to have a powerful build-up, emotional strength, and always do a positive self-talk, motivate yourself. Arrive sufficient early at the exam hall so that you have time to relax and get focused on your exams. A positive attitude will definitely help to go a long way. Be consistent. Right from day one, go to every class. Take notes. Refer to this channel's concept on taking notes or making notes. Review notes after every class. Study regularly. Don't work at the last minute. And invest more effort in last week in practice, not in reading. Use all opportunities to practice, like your homeworks. Use homework to study for the test throughout the curriculum or throughout the year. Use assignments and unit tests to prepare for your final summative exams. Check in with your teacher or demonstrator or mentor to discuss the area where you lack, how you can improve. Seek help. Help is not going to come unless you ask for in your college level. Remember, the average retention of learning increases when you went out. All study activities are not created equally. Don't just continue to read your notes. Experiment with approach, and this is possible only when you start your curriculum or start doing it in the early phases of your course itself. The average retention of learning with lecture is only listening to lecture is only 5%. With reading, again, it goes to 10%. When you see audios and videos, it goes to 20%. When you see the demonstration, somewhere around 30%. When you discuss, it is 50%. When you do it, 75%. But when you teach others or put into immediate use, the retention rate is 80%. The demonstration, discussion, practice, teaching becomes an active learner, whereas lecture, listening to lecture, reading, and audio visual listening are all passive approach. So the average retention of learning with these groups, the one on the right side, will help you to gain more. So interactive learning can explode your long-term memory retention by more than 10 times. So do it. The day before exams, indulge in physical preparation, maintain your regular sleep, exercise program, don't avoid anything or don't overdo anything. Eat right, eat good balanced food. Take all the equipments, writing equipments that you need, pack it off on the day one itself, check your pen, pencils, etc. Be emotionally prepared. Know what exam you are doing it, practice relaxing and engage in positive self-talk. Avoid all negative people. Don't cram everything on the last day. Instead, use the day before exam to assess your learning with quizzes. Teach the material to someone, your peers, test your understanding. Practice, practice, practice is for the last day. And don't worry or don't repent on what you have lost. On the day of exams, physical preparation is crucial. Eat right, balanced food. Bio breaks for thirst and other biological needs. Eliminate it. Emotional preparation. Strengthen yourself by practicing relaxing. Use positive self-talk. Avoid toxic people or toxic talks. Test anxiety is an important aspect that most of us will have. Butterflies in the stomach, some nausea, or a sense of not well-being with mild to severe headache, increased palpitations or heart rate, hyperventilation, muscle cramps, shaking or sweating, or going blanks are quite normal, especially when you're taking the first year exams, but they can be avoided by practice. Stay connected to this channel. Practice learning, practice revision. That is the key to do well. Happy learning and all the best for your exams. Plan well ahead. The more you sweat in practice, the less you will worry in your exam hall. Happy learning. Stay connected with this channel.